Did you know there are now 3 types of alternator pulleys on the market today, including the newer overrunning alternator pulleys and the overrunning alternator decouplers? Many installers and do-it-yourselfers do not know how to troubleshoot these new style alternator pulleys that are being used on vehicles today. We recommend using the look, listen, and feel method. This will work every time when you want to know if the alternator pulley is the problem. First, we need to start the engine and have a look at the belt drive. Always take precautions when an automobile's engine is running and never place your hands inside. Have a look at the tensioner. Does it seem to be moving back and forth a lot? If it is, the belt drive system probably needs to be serviced. Now with the engine running, listen for belt rumble. Are there any belt spans that are vibrating excessively? If they are, the alternator pulley may be the culprit. Now listen for any abnormal noises that may be coming from the alternator pulley. To do this, make sure the transmission is in park and then rev the engine up to 2500 to 3000 RPM and then shut off the ignition. After the engine shuts down, the rotor inside the alternator will continue to spin for a few seconds. Listen for a buzz noise. If you hear a buzz noise after shutdown, then the alternator pulley is worn out and should be replaced. Okay, this is where things get a bit tricky. If you're going to troubleshoot these pulleys for yourself, you will need to know if it is an OAP or an OAD style, and you will need a couple of tools. Make sure the engine is shut off and the keys are out of the ignition before performing this alternator pulley check procedure. Using a small screwdriver, remove the cap from the pulley. Insert the correct tool into the shaft of the OAP. Make sure that the belt is on the vehicle and is tight. Now rotate the shaft of the OAP while the belt holds the pulley portion. It should rotate smoothly in one direction and immediately lock in the other direction. It should not spin in both directions, and it should not be locked up. It should feel smooth and not rough. Using a pick tool, remove the one-time use cap. Plastic caps can be removed using a prying motion, while the rubber and metal caps will need to be pierced in the center and pried off. Insert the correct tool into the shaft of the OAD. Make sure the belt is on the vehicle and tight. Now rotate the shaft of the OAD while the belt holds the pulley portion. It should rotate smoothly in one direction and have a spring feel in the opposite direction. Just like the OAP, the OAD should be replaced if it is locked up, free spinning, or rough, or if you do not feel the spring action. It is important to service the entire belt drive system as a unit. The belt tensioner, and the alternator pulley are all wearable items that require replacement before they fail and leave you stranded on the side of the road. If a bad alternator pulley has been running on the engine, the belt and tensioner will be negatively affected and may be close to failure.